recording. Cool. Okay, we're back. Hopefully this works better than last time. So we have this main code that runs and publishes and reads it. What we're trying to do is we're trying to build a separate subscription client and a publishing client. So that's kind of our main goal for the next 5 minutes. Hopefully it works out okay. Who knows, honestly, what happens, what doesn't happen. This is the interwebs, of course. And it doesn't look like we have streamed any data yet. So if we're not going to be streaming, I'd rather stream over record, so we'll stop the recording. And hopefully this gets underway here in a minute. Cool. Okay. So this is my publisher guy. And it should be public. Okay. The question is, if I run this server, which I don't think this one quits. Go run main.go. No, not consume main.go. Go run regular main.go. Go run main.go. What happens? It should just hang there. It should get it. Okay, so it does. Wait. Oh. Let's just do this. That should make it so it doesn't quit on me and I can test it. So now it should just hang there. Hello server. And now if I run the publish, I should see another message in my server. Oh, it doesn't. Let's try connecting again on localhost. Just to make it the same. And let's try a different message. That didn't save. Now that's saved. Okay, so we run this. Nothing. Okay. I wonder if we can get topics. Right? So if I were to do nc dot, right, I have a lot of tutorials, but sometimes I just like to dive into like the actual code. New cert, new call, new echo, new source. Is there a get? Get client ID? Get client IP? Let's do that. And we'll just do this. Doing this makes me feel like I'm writing in Python. Because just print everything. Printing everything is Python to me. So publish, 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 publish. Client not supported by this server. Okay. So that's really interesting. So I already have this right here actually open. So this is the Go doc for it. Message request. Queue, subscribe, message. So right now we're just doing publish. Oh. When do we run the connection close? Do we defer that? Yeah, we deferred that on both of them. I think we should flush it. I think that would actually be super beneficial for us if we went ahead and flushed it. Again, if you're watching this and the voice doesn't sync up with the mouse, please let me know. I can work on it. I've just had a whole bunch of reasons to not. Status. See, look, this is all the freaking stuff I can run on that. Okay. So let's try this. I'm going to not do that. So we're going to do this. We're going to do get client, and we're going to ask is closed. That's basic enough, right? If it's not closed, it should work. Is closed. Is closed undefined. Deferred. Oh, it's undefined. I guess it said it should work though, right? Because you go connect. Close. Connected address. Connected URL. Discover server. Ooh. Discovered servers. Remember, I just downloaded this, so I just got the repo, so it should match exactly. So, I mean, and right now I am just kind of exploring all of the things that it says I can do with the default server. Okay, no discovered servers. That's super awesome. Let's try a status then. Oh, is closed was wrong. It's exported. So we'll do a status. That should tell us though it's closed as well. Just a reminder, the publish is not publishing to my, doesn't appear to be publishing to the consumer, to the server, because I can't consume from it. And I just have a listener on. So returns the current state of the connection. And what does the status actually mean? Subject status is an int, yeah, but what does that mean? Nats status integer. Integers. What do they mean? Monitoring. Okay. Include subscriptions. Default is false. Where's the numbers? Where's 0? Talk about 0. They don't have a server version? That's great. Status 2. Why did it... oh, look. Oh, requires auth. Okay. So... that makes sense. That makes sense. So this one worked then, because I was using the same connection, therefore it already had the auth information. This one doesn't have any auth information. That makes all of the sense in the world, Mr. Unstable. I'm gonna get so mad at my internet provider about this unstable feed that is driving me crazy and not recording and all that funness. But it says we've been stable for 8 minutes. How long have I been going? 8 minutes? So, okay. So I've been connected for 8 minutes, even if it's unstable. Sorry. I'm kind of like super more interested in the quality of this feed than nothing else. I also really want my chatbot to work. It doesn't appear to be working. So whatever, it's totally fine. I know the sounds worked. So like, if somebody subscribes, I get a super awesome sound, which is great. Okay, so that means, okay, I'm gonna go back here and we're gonna go to the connection and we want to add our options. So auth is required, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I know there's like a whole bunch of them, but the question is, what are they? Disconnected timeout flusher. And I know that this has some. Like if you go to connect to a specific server, it has that, but I didn't add that. Connect to a cluster, connecting to a connection timeout. Like it just, oh, we have to add the option. Okay. So there's a whole bunch of types. So what are our types? So, right? Like they had a timeout was a type and a message was a type and the options are all types. Okay, yeah, awesome. So flusher timeout. We probably want to add that. We want to add a ping interval, and I think we want to add a token. Cause I have a token for my server. This is my server. This is the default server. There's a server ID. It's ready. It's not set. And it connects here. So I'm actually gonna change that to this. Cool. And then we're gonna add options. Let's add our options. Nets dot. We don't have a name. And I don't know where to use that ID thing. But I do want to do a ping. Well, let's do a flusher timeout first. Nets dot flusher timeout. Okay. And we want that to be time flush to write and flush timeout to a connection. Yeah. Time dot minute. I spelled that right. And then we just need 1 minute. Add that. And then I wanted to, there's no name for that server because it's just a default server. We don't need a ping interval. We don't need a reconnect wait. Secure TLS set custom dialer timeout token string is an option to use when the token is not directly included in the URL. User info, like I don't think the default one has. It just has the ID, so I don't think there's any servers in the default, so I'm just gonna add this. I mean, they should have told me, right, if there was any default. Ping pong protocol. I did the connect timeout before and I didn't like that because it was set default just 10 seconds. Miscellaneous functionalities, I didn't read that. Does this include what I was just looking at with the Godox. I'm gonna run this while I read that. You know. Max payload, print max payload, defer close, turn on pedantic mode, max control line, turn on off verbose, is undefined. Type string has no field or method in Nats. Oh, guys, that's not a comma. Oh, it's a comma. That should work. No. Okay, that still didn't help because we're printing out the status. And I'm not publishing anything. And I don't necessarily want to print the status anymore. Connection error handler, connection dialer, custom dialer. Custom dialer can be used to specify any dialer, not necessarily the net.dialer. Oh, I'm definitely not using that. Auth token handler, that's connected server adder. Ooh, that might be nice. Connected server ID. Oh, that's nice. It didn't have any discovered. Did I do discovered servers? So I'm gonna just do this because we have an ID. And it should be able to compare, and I'm still running my server only on that panel next door. So it should work fine. Okay. No, come on. Nats. Nathan's Hot Dogs. It's not Nate's Hot Dogs, it's Nathan's Hot Dogs. Used to be exclusively sold at Costco. I doubt that, but they used to serve them. They might still serve them, but I just remember the little umbrellas back when they had umbrellas would say Nathan's Hot Dog. Connected server IDs undefined. Well, that's interesting. Oh, it's because I said Nats, not NC. Duh. NS isn't going to help anybody either. Okay, let's try again. Okay, doing something, thinking, oh, look, we got an ID. I'm going to go ahead, we're just going to print this ID right here. That does not, I don't remember that, I don't think that's what that ID looks like. No, that straight up matches. So if that ID straight up matches, why doesn't this publish? Do I not have more than one publish? Subscribe. Well, this one. Wait, add. Well, it's not in a Go routine, so it might just only run once. I could be testing it on something bad. So let's try this one. So this is the same idea. The difference is, well, let's just do this. My dog came in. Hi, Lulu. How you doing, big girl? She just loves scratches on her ears. And I love it when my camera goes out. Come on, camera. There we go. There we go. So we'll do connect. We don't need that, but we do want, we're doing 0, right? 4222. I believe that's what it was. Yeah, it is. running the server. Just now that should publish. I don't want to run consume twice. Oops. Publish. Get my server. Okay. Why don't I add the ID to this one too? I feel like I want to print this just because I'm unaware of what I'm actually getting back from the subscription, so it might be nice. Message data. That should wrap as a string. Okay. Okay, so we should be printing the server ID. Okay, so that's the right server ID. Test message false nil. Run publish. Oh look! That worked! What was the difference? Okay. What was the difference? So that published. This is waiting. Waiting. Let's run it again. We know it's connected now. Why did that one work? Why did it work when I printed? Right? When I print, it worked. We must be hanging up on a go routine. Right? So we know we've connected, we've got a subscription running, we publish to the same ID, and this is still hanging there. How come that worked? Somebody please tell me what I did. There's gotta be somebody. There's gotta be somebody who knows what's going on in this thing. With my unstable stream feed. Who's watching my unstable stream feed? Been connected for 22 minutes. One unstable event, it seems to be going. I don't even know if I'm played. I could just have it frozen myself. Yeah. What the heck? Oh, my camera shut off again. Okay. I'm gonna try recording this time and hopefully that makes it think that it doesn't need to turn off. And I really like that this camera takes in so much light that it really freaks out by my background. Okay, so why did that work the one time? Probably because we need to flush it. What was our flush timeout? A minute? So I'm gonna actually just do a manual flush right here. NC dot. I'm pretty sure there's a flush. So you look at all those. Number of subscriptions, max payload, flush. Yep, see, I can just do a flush. Flush. Oh, look, we don't have a defer close on this either. We should always have a close on our connection, or else that's gonna explode. Gotta respect the garbage collector. This one doesn't either. My nephew's yelling at my dog. Downstairs, well, the puppy. I have 2 dogs. One dog is behaving and sleeping under my feet, and the other dog... Well, nope, he's sleeping in his kennel. Putting their kennels in my office was the smartest thing I ever did. Okay, gonna wait for that connection string. Not connection string, but... Okay, so it was the flush. That's dumb. Or it could have been the fact that most likely was the fact that I wasn't closing it, right? Because they still live on the server. And this didn't last a full minute for the flush. Cool. Okay. Wait for next message. Well, is there, so on that next message, is there some kind of a, so I know, I'm trying to think. How to, how to, subscriptions drained is valid pending. Is queued messages delivered, clear max pending, auto unsubscribe, type unsubscribed, type, set pending messages, message limit. We can add the timeout to the context. Okay, so the idea is I want this to sit and listen for a certain amount of time. So if I want it to sit and listen for a certain amount of time, Walmart told me something. Walmart says I can buy shoes. The easiest way to do that is just do a for loop. Just do this, right? And then I can just do a Control C. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. So what I want to do is I want to get the flush and the close to work. So my thought would be to do, and I'm pretty sure if you go to the Go Routine like examples, they're gonna give you an OS exit. No, not this one. Basically, I want it to print just want to run the garbage collector, right? Go routine code. Yeah. The easiest way to do that is to do, have an exit channel. This is what they really like to do. So you do